What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. We have the first game starting here in about an hour. It's 12 o'clock. Later on, we have the Eagles game at 4:25 versus the Bills. And, of course, that's what we're here to talk about today. So welcome on in. We'll start off by checking out the weather over there in Buffalo, New York. It's going to be around 35 degrees or so, but more so worth talking about, I would say, is the rain. Possibility of snow later on as the game goes on toward the end of it. And definitely a windy game. So we got 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the day, and as the night goes on, it could get up to 30 miles an hour in worst cases. 100 to 90% chance of rain. So it's going to be a messy game. I don't see much of a pass game going on. More so see this being a run game because of how that's looking. Nakobe Dean and Lane Johnson are both going to be out today versus the Bills. Of course, they're both huge components of what we do on the Eagles, offense and defense. So we do need those guys, especially for the playoffs, but I think we'll be fine. I feel like we're still going to get this win anyway, and I'll talk about why in just a moment here. Nakobe Dean, Lane Johnson ruled out. Lane Johnson, they've been teasing us with his return ever since he's been out versus the Lions, but still hasn't returned. But he'll be back by the playoffs, so we'll be good by the time we play this game, the Commanders game. I'm sure they won't bring him back versus the Commanders. They'll just let him rest up that final week, which is the right thing to do if you ask me, as well as Nakobe Dean. He's dealing with a shoulder issue. Actually, right here it says hamstring, but he did have shoulder issues earlier in the year. That's right. He had a light hamstring issue. So, we won't have those guys. I think it'll be fine, especially because it's a great time for us to continue getting our run game going. Saquon Barkley has averaged 111 yards the past 3 games. Before that, he was much lower. So, overall, we're getting that up. He's averaging 5.3 yards the past 3 games. There you go. And he was averaging 3.95 the first 12. So I'll say that again, 3.95 the first 12. However, the past 15 games, he's averaging 5.1 yards per carry. So the run game is definitely ticked up, and play calling is the biggest thanks to that, if you ask me. Kevin Patullo finally changing up the play calling. It took forever, but I am glad it was finally done. Who knows? Maybe it was a strategy. He's like, hey, let's break out all of our tricks at the very end of the year so people can't study our plays, and we'll still have a few weeks to try things out. I'm completely guessing there, but sounds good to me. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now as far as the run game, and that's a perfect segue. Oh, check this stat out. 110.7 rushing yards per game the past 3. So that's really nice, especially going up against the worst run defense in the NFL, guys. The Bills' run defense, not good. Not good at all. That's something that we can look forward to. They allowed 144 yards per game in recent weeks. So with our run game being ticked up, we're finally breaking it out of the bag, I would say, the last 3 games. And they're allowing a lot of yardage as far as the runs go on their defensive side. Hopefully we'll see that. And like I said, it's going to be a rainy game anyway, so I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of passing from Jalen Hurts. I'm not expecting 250-plus yards, especially with the winds and the rain. So, and then on their side, they do have James Cook, so we will have to defend against that. But I think we'll fare well. I think we'll do good on defense, slowing them down. Hopefully we'll be doing our thing on the offensive side in the run game. Jake Elliott, guys, wanted to talk about him again just because it is a huge issue right now, and it's kind of scary to me going into the playoffs. He has done well in the playoffs in previous years, but he's just been way down in terms of efficiency the last 2 years, really. So with that being said about our run game, I really want to see us continue to tick up the run game. I want to see Saquon Barkley with 20-plus carries per game, and I also want to see Tank Bigsby in there more often. He's been really good this year. I want to see him around 10 rushes per game. Saquon at 20, I think that'll work wonders for ourselves in the pass game as well. It'll couple with the run game, and hopefully that'll allow us enough slack to make sure we can cover up for any of Jake Elliott's flaws. Love Jake Elliott and what he's done for the Eagles. However, the past 2 years cannot be ignored, so I have up his numbers here. If you go down to 2017 there at the bottom of this list, you can see his numbers are really good. Here's their percentages overall, but where I'm looking is especially in this 50 to 59 yard range. Up here at the top, last year 1 of 6, and then this year he's 4 of 8. So he struggled from there, and even right here at the 40 to 49, kicking 66% is not good for him at all compared to his previous years. You see 12 of 13 first year, 7 of 8, and then the percentages drop. as these past 2 years arrive. So hopefully we'll get enough slack to not have to worry about a 3-point game or anything like that and Jake Elliott losing us the game. I've just been really surprised to see him down here at number 27, I think he was. So up here, let me go back up. NFL player kicking stats 2025, all the way down here at 27, Jake Elliott. That's his rank in the NFL this year. If I'm not mistaken, all of his first 6 or so years, aside from this year and last year, he was in the top 10, sometimes top 5. So that's a big downfall for him and the Eagles in general. But overall, guys, I think we're going to do really well. Our defense is incredible, as you guys have been seeing, especially as of the past, 6-7 weeks or so. The defense is just showing really strong signs of doing well going into the playoffs as well, especially with everybody getting healthier. We got Nakobe Dean, Lane Johnson coming back by the playoffs. They'll be good to go. So I think we'll do well stopping them on the defensive side as far as our run game goes. Josh Allen is a huge threat. I understand that, but I think we'll do good. He's probably not going to be able to pass the ball too much. I don't want to jinx myself and see him pull out 400 yards or something insane, but it's going to be a rain-heavy game as well as heavy winds. So I think we'll do well on the defensive side, slowing down their run game, and hopefully we'll continue to see what we've been seeing from the Eagles the past few games with the run game, getting Saquon Barkley over 100 yards per game. Once we play the Bills today, we only have the Commanders left on January 4th. So if we lose to these Bills and then play the Commanders, we're really not saving face. But if we can get a strong, powerful win today, that's going to do so much for the fans' confidence especially. And I don't say the players as much because every interview we see of them, they're just in such great spirits and so happy and confident, and I love to see that. That makes me feel better as a fan. But like I said, guys, we really need this win versus the Bills to show a strong ending of the season, make us feel good as fans, and see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, as we go on into these playoffs and march to that Super Bowl, baby. Let's go, Eagles. I'm super excited for this game versus the Bills. Merry Christmas, guys. My first time on here since Christmas, so Merry Christmas to y'all. Happy New Year. Let's enjoy this game versus the Bills, and let's go, Birds. Peace out, y'all.